Z. So this is what the Meshach was trying to tell his mother what this strange woman had done to him. A ganzen Vernacht is Schere gewinn schweigendig. So the whole Vernacht, the whole evening, Schere was silent. Ihre schwarze, große Augen haben sich beis gedreht und mit sumnem Chschad herausgeguckt alleweile zu die fleckernden Zäumen von neunter Kreuzgärtner. So her Schere's large black eyes looked angrily with gloomy suspicion. She looked out every now and then towards the stained fence around the cabbage patch, the cabbage garden.
Excuse me, you translated mit with suspicion, chashad. Is that how you translated? Wouldn't that be like not fear? Oh, suspicion, I suspect. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Right, correct. Thank you.
Yeah. Ihr Unruhigkeit hat sich übergegeben, Meshach euch. Her ill ease.
She transferred.
Yes, was transferred to Meshach as well. Und der Kleiner hat euch herausgeguckt vom Fenster, wie wollt mehr gehabt. Das fremde Weibel soll noch einmal kommen und nehmen ihm bei die Kutscherave Haar und wegschleppen ihm in Stärke zwischen die Gärtner. So he, Meshach himself, the little one, also kept looking out of the window as if he was afraid that this strange woman would once again come and take him, touch his curly hair and take him away to a side path between the gardens. Zu Wetschere hat Meshach schon liegendig in Bethel, der hört, wie die Mama redt zu kiven, Stillerheit azoi. So after supper, Meshach was already lying in his bed and he heard his mother speak to Kiva quietly like this. Du hörst, Kiva, mir dacht sich, als ich weiß schon.
Excuse me, can I ask a question? Zu Vershela. That means after, not going to. I thought it meant going towards the meal of the older folks. I maybe don't translate "su" properly.
Well, I understood it as at dinner, but in terms of the context, it's after dinner because the Meshach is already lying in his bed.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe they eat after he goes to sleep already. Maybe then they have their meal.
That's always what I like to do. Who wants to eat with them?
Yes, but that's not the important thing about.
No, I know. But just to learn the words, that's
Yeah. Okay. So Shera said to Kiva, you hear, Kiva? It seems to me that I know her. Ihr Kohl wird stiller und Kiva geht afreg. So her voice became quieter and Kiva asked, schläft? Kiba guck. Schläft, entfert die Mama Sterre. Und beidens Kohl geht über in Ashushkanish. So she answers him, yes, he's sleeping. And both of their voices moved into whispers. Und was ihr dacht sich der Mammen und was sie weiß schon, ist Moshe nicht aufgekommen zu hören. And what she thought and what she already knew, Moshe didn't get to hear who it was. Warum als ist Gich versunken geworden in halben Drimmel und in Schottens? Because he fell asleep and he didn't hear what they were saying. Okay.
Okay, you want to continue
Ja.
a little? Okay.
Eine kurze Zeit nachdem hat sich Moshe versorgt an Egel. Früher hat gepintelt, dennoch hat sich gerieben. Dennoch ist ihm das Augenläffel ein bisschen angeschwollen geworden. Und die Wies haben genommen auskriechen. So a little while later, Moshe got some dust in his eye. First, he winked, and afterwards he rubbed his eye, and later on, his eyelid became a little swollen, and his lashes began to fall out. Bishas spielen sich mit Kindern auf der Sonne, hat sich Moshe meschunedig gekrimmt und geträrrt. So while he was playing with the children in the sun, Moshe he like screwed his eyes up, and his eyes were tearing. Und in der Früh hat sich aufgehabt mit Gewein, als kon das Auge nicht aufmachen. Die Wies seinen verklebt. So, and in the morning when he woke up, he started crying and said that he couldn't open his eyes, and his eyelashes were stuck together.
Thank you. So nice to hear you read and translate, Yankev.
Dank.
Always,
Yeah,
always
your
fun.
Yiddish and your English, you know, I always learn something. Rochale, you want to continue? Where is she?
Okay, can you hear me? Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah. You have it? Yeah.
Ot Aschene, Zippe die Bakerin, Hirschel der Melamed Weib, gegeben Stern an Eize. Sie soll ihr Hodelnik, Leman Hashem, auswaschen die Augen mit frische Krenitze Wasser, a pur Mol in Woch, wird das übergeben. So a neighbor, Zippe, the baker, Herschel's wife, the Melamed, she gave Chere an advice that she will, for God's sake, take Hodel's oil and wash it with fresh water from the brook or something like that.
Yeah, from the spring.
Spring.
Oh, the
from
spring, yeah. A few times a week, and this will go away.
Excuse me, can I ask this word, we've run into it so many times. Hodelnik.
I believe
And,
that we said what it is, and I
It's-
still, I still don't, I
Is it
still
like-
don't know it.
It's
Maybe
like her
her
package, her burden, her package, her,
I think the foundling.
the foundling?
That's how I understand it.
It
Well,
makes
from the
sense. Okay.
context or from the context?
Yeah, from
or
the context, from the
From the
context.
context, but you haven't found it in a Verta book?
No,
No, neither have I. Okay.
What is the word again that,
The Hodelnik, but
so what is
I
the
thought it,
Hodel?
yeah, I haven't found it in a dictionary. I thought,
It's probably a Russian word,
yeah,
you know.
well,
Which
Yeah.
means what?
Yeah.
What does it mean? Is there a
I-
guess? I thought I heard a
No.
guess.
I don't know what it means exactly, but from the context, I
Yeah.
understand it to be like the foundling.
Ah,
The
okay.
child who was found.
Yeah, but then again, you know, I don't. So the neighbors that Sipe, they refer to Moshke as the Hudolnik. Do they refer to him as the foundling?
It's the fun one.
I don't know, because it's a little bit like
Et lechem mol in Woch. No, and who has the time to go and look for a spring a few times a week? So soll sie Schere Moichel sein und nehmen mit sich a Fläschel. So Schere which should take with her a bottle. Einmal auswaschen Moischkeles Ego gleich vom Grenze, danach in der Heim vom Fläschel. Wird das euch rübergehen. So once she should wash Moshe's eye straight from the spring, and after that, at home from the bottle. This should work also. Or pass by, I don't know.
To pass.
Hoschere einmal in a sonnigen Vermietung gegeben Moscheken a Leikechel in Hand und fahren zweiten Händel umgenommen ihm und weggelost sich suchen a Grenze. So once Schere in a sunny, like how to say, before the afternoon, she, in a sunny day before the afternoon, she gave Moshke a cookie, can we say, or a piece of cake in the hand.
yeah.
And,
Lekker is cake.
Yeah.
yeah, but a kechel could be
Okay,
also a
cookie.
cookie.
A lekker, okay, maybe.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
A small piece of cake.
A piece of cake, I would say. So, and then
Okay.
she took his second hand, and they went to the spring. How do you translate avegelos? If she let herself go, or she
Yeah.
went to the spring?
They left.
Huh?
They left. They left
hear you.
to look for the spring.
Oh, they left, yes, and they left to the spring. The best spring, oh, I'm sorry, die beste Grenze hat man ihr gesagt, gefindt sich neben der größeren Mill. Zavesmil, was zwischen die Verbes bei der Reblie. So the best spring, so it said, is found by the mill, Zaves mill. It jumped on me. I don't see the text.
You don't see the text anymore?
Oh, now I see it. Now I see it.
Okay, okay.
Between the, I forgot what is verbose.
The willow trees.
The willow trees, right? The willow trees by the, again, Herblier, I
Dam.
forgot.
The dam.
Yeah, so the willow tree by the dam.
It's
You know,
by
one
the
thing about this word, reblia, which we've seen a lot also, and they
dam.
all, the dam, I know, but if the
Yeah, I
same,
know, I just forgot, yeah.
no, I wasn't commenting on that. If you change the I into an aleph, it's always the word that he uses to describe the mamas, the shter's arms, the harablie arm, which, and it means a rake.
Yeah,
So I guess
like
it's
skinny,
skinny, exactly.
wrinkled.
Rake-like.
Mm.
Yeah,
But it's
okay.
the word is so close. Anyway, it's just interesting.
Now,
to see.
yeah, zwischen die Verbes, between the willows, there's a song
Yeah.
by Chaim Nachman
Verbes, the willow.
Bialik, the Verbe. Yeah,
דיברנו על זה שזה שיטה, זה עץ אחר. It's a different tree.
yeah, I know, but this is how they translated it into Yiddish with the Verbe.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interessant.
okay.
I found in the dictionary that the word hereblia is written with a gimel. A greblia.
Well, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
Russian.
the Russian
It's
the Russians often pronounce the hey with a gimel. We talked about this before, but that's exactly what's happened here. Yeah, it's greblia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
There's
of words.
no hey in Russian.
There's no hey in Russian. Yeah.
There's no hey in Russian, but there's a gimel in Russian. And the two letters are similar and they interchange. So you have Hommel and Gommel,
Exactly.
name of a town.
Yeah.
You have,
Right.
Cohen and Kagan.
Yeah.
You have Holland and Golan.
Okay.
Yeah. Rochale, you want to continue?
I don't see the text. Something happened. Okay. What happened here? Wait, it's coming back. Hold on. So where are...
Duchenstadt.
Okay, I found it. Okay, no, it jumped out. Oh, it does it again. Hold on. Duchenstadt. There's some problem. Duchenstadt has Chere gespreist mit ihrer lange. It doesn't let me to enlarge it for some reason. Before it worked. Now it doesn't. I don't know why. So I have small letters and I'll try to read. Duchenstadt hat Chere gespreist mit ihrer lange und dare Fies, mit groß Stolz und mit hart verschnürte Lippelech. So through the town, Shere paced with her long and thin leg, with big pride and mit hart verschnürte Lippelech. I would say lips who are pierced together, not pierced, close together.
First.
Huh?
Squeezed together. The idea
Squeezed together, yeah, exactly.
a very, we I think
First-
last week we talked about it, how she's always presented as this very harsh, difficult personality, and part of it is this thin lips.
My husband said first together, first together.
First, yes.
Yes.
Correct. Squeeze
Pushet,
together.
Pushet. Mutter Sarah mit die Beiner, was noch ihr alt wären, hat sie gekrogen a Kind. Simple. The mother Sarah with the bones, that after was noch ihr alt wären, hat by aging she got them like as a child. So she changed. Von deswegen seien ihre schwarze Augen herumgelaufen mit Verdacht von Fenster zu Fenster und von Tier zu Tier. From then on, her black eyes run around.
It's not von deswegen. It's in
Nevertheless,
spite of that, still. No, she I'm sorry, she is really the Mutter Sarah Midibene. That means she is like just like the mother Sarah, who also had a child when she already was old. Still, okay. So now that she is old, she got a child. Still, even in spite of that wonderful gift that she got, she still doesn't live in peace. She still her black eyes are running around with suspicion from window to window. She's afraid that somebody will catch her. Catch her red-handed kind of, somebody will catch her truth that she's not a real mama. So that the von deswegen, even though she had this child, she's not happy. She's running around anxious, suspicious. Okay, go on.
I have a problem. It keeps jumping at me. It changes colors.
Okay.
I'm not sure what's going on. So let someone else read.
Okay,
you.
so Nechama, you want to read?
Okay, happy. Okay, I'll
Okay.
just start. Von deswegen seinen ihre schwarze Augen herumgelaufen mit Verdacht von Fenster zu Fenster und von Tier zu Tier. So in spite of her, what you would think of would be her ability to be proud and happy, her black eyes ran with suspicion from window to window and door to door. Und jeden Durchgeher hat sie scharf durchgenommen mit a sharp hook. And every passerby, she gave a very sharp and piercing look. Und Tomer hat sie bemerkt a zu negerigen Kuckele. And should she, Tomer, how do you pronounce Tomer? And in case she felt a too curious look, a Weis und mit a finger, like a finger pointing, hat sie über Moschekes Keppele gleich abgesprochen an ein Hara auf ihr eigenem Stegel, tfu, soll sie die Augen erhäus. So if she felt that anybody was pointing a finger, the suspicion would immediately make her upset, and she would immediately put on Moshe against the evil
יכול להחזיר את
eye
המוזיקה, אני כבר לא קוראת.
in her way. Tfu tfu, may their eyes fall out. That's how upset she would get about that sort of a thing. Die Krenitzer hat sich-
This word, the word opgesprochen is
Well,
to
let me just, I want to see it. I want abgesprochen, yeah.
opgesprochen, to ward off the evil eye.
Ah,
Right.
abgesprochen, abgesprochen.
Yeah.
Nice, thank you.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, I welcome it. Die Krenitzer hat sich Taka abgesucht, nicht weit von der Grebele. I'll say Grebele, I'll use that. The spring was indeed to be found not far from the dam. Dort, wie man geht erop, in keilendichen tiefen Tal von Dnieper, there where you went down in the circular deep valley of the Dnieper, because remember, if you look on the map, that's where this town is. Was is full mit schäumendicker Wasser, beschaß gewisser und grüner und gelbt mit groß und krassliches a ganzen Sommer. So you go down into this deep valley from the Dnieper, which is full with frothy schäumendicker Wasser in the time of the, I guess it must be the storms, Gewisser, and green with grass and green with grass and what is that there?
Green and yellow.
And, green and yellow. Oh, lovely. Green and yellow a whole summer. So that was the way it was in the winter, and now it's in the summer. Zwischen zwei Horbiter Verbes, the willow, hat Sterse der Seine a Wasserl. Between two, I don't know that word there.
Obate is a hunchback, bent
Wait,
over.
a
Bent,
horbiter is not a hoikere. A hoikere
yeah,
is a hunter.
yeah. So that's what it is.
It's a synonym.
Okay, it's a
Yeah.
synonym. Between two hunched over willow trees, she sees the water. Azoi is gonit gewein zu der kennen, as es is a lebendiger Krenitzer. It was nothing to see that this was indeed a live spring. A chlor Wasser in a globe, a clear water in a hole.
Yeah, Wasser is a little river, like
A little what?
Wasser is a little river.
A
A
stream.
little,
Like
a little
watering
stream.
Yeah, a stream. Yeah, thank you.
a clear like waterfall in a hole was gistig iber, which falls over wie a fuller becher, like a full glass, und rinnt erop ongeroscht und onbläslich, and which runs down without. And is it geräusch? I always think of as the roish is a smell, isn't it?
No,
Without
it's
a-
a sound.
It's a sound.
Oh, without a sound. Without a
Geräusch
sound.
is rash.
So without sound. So it's quietly running down and without blezlech. I don't know what blezlech is.
Bubbles.
Oh, and without bubbles. So it's a very quietly running along stream. Nor as men tut das Wasserel arir mit a finger, but when you give the water a little move with a finger, with your finger, der Spitman as it is kalt wie ice. But if you give the water, if you touch the water with your finger, you feel that it's cold as ice. Es ist etwas go a besunde Frischkeit auf den summendicken Grund von Tal. It is like a special or unusual freshness in the summer. In the summer, a Grund is in the foundation of the valley. So it's like a special freshness in the foundation of the valley, in the bottom of the valley.
Yeah.
Und schütt men rein a heiferl Samt in grob, and if you put in a little bit, I assume, sand in the hole there, azoi wird dorten das ganze Wasser mutner. And if you put in a little bit of sand in this circle, the whole, it becomes there, the water becomes cloudy. Von Deck is
Muddy. The water becomes muddy.
Muddy and, yeah, cloudy and muddy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Von Deck bis Oiven Ahoif, etwas wie Emetzer volt das gemischt mit der Löffel. And this is from deck, is as the top to the bottom, as though somebody had turned it with a spoon. Und bald erkennt man Tage in der Muttenkeit Bewegung. And immediately you can see that in the muddiness, a movement, a Bewegung.
A Bewegung is like a path. No?
A movement. I think the word, you have the word veg in there, so I'm always going, for the root.
A path, a way.
A path, a way, okay, a way. Es hebt dorten on zu pulseren min Wasserherzel. It begins there to pulsate a sort of water herzel. Is a herzel, I always think of a herzel as what is it? Is it
A neck.
a neck, like a little water neck?
Heart.
A heart.
A heart.
Heart.
Like a heart, like a water heart. Schlag noch Schlag. So it's like beat after beat. So that's the heart. That's the beat of the heart. Und mit jedem Schlag wird die Muttenkeit weggestoßen, abgerückt on a Seite. And with each beat, with each movement, the cloudiness or the muddiness is weggestoßen, is moved away.
Pushed
Pushed away.
Pushed away to the side. Bis das Wasser wird wieder einmal klar wie teure Kristall. And once again, the water becomes as clear as very expensive and dear crystal. Die Bewegungen von Wasserherzel, the movement or the path of the water heart. I mean, I have trouble. What is that water heart there? The movement of this movement stellen sich up and Frau Bickel ständelach schimmern auf Eufen. No. So what's happened here is that the movement of the water stops, and there are this little stones, Bickel stones shimmer in the bottom. So in other words, it becomes so clear that you can see the stones on the bottom. How beautiful.
Right.
It hasn't and it hasn't been yet polluted by this mill. You know, it's still so clear because we know
Yeah,
that
but yeah, I must say that, Nechama, as I'm sitting listening to you, I think how much courage you have to read this. This is a very difficult passage with all these descriptions. And that's
I am
wonderful.
among, it doesn't take omes when you're among friends. You can
Yeah,
always turn for
thank you.
advice. You can turn for a word. We're here to learn, to discuss. I don't feel that way at all.
Thank you.
So-
That's great. And
It's
yeah,
an opportunity for me to learn. That's the way I see it.
great. Thank you. Goldale, you want to read?
Okay. Sterre hat Hashem getan mit dir trabliche Hand.
Excuse me for 1 minute. There's the word. You
Yeah.
see, before, there's the word. Before, when we saw it as the dam, it was Greblia. And he stop right there.
Okay.
Sterre hat Hashem getan mit dir trabliche Hand und Aschobe getan. Amechaya. Sterre with her trabliche,
Her skinny arms.
a skinny hand, and she when a sharper getan, she moved something. Oh, Amachaya, macht sie und gibt Mäuschen, euch zu versuchen von der Dare Lonje. And she gives Maishika something to taste from her thin Bologna
Arm.
Die von an
Palm.
The palm of her hand.
She makes it like this. Yeah.
Die von an alte Kochlöffel, as if from an old cooking spoon. Danach hat sie Maischiken Keppele herabgebeugen über der Grenze, die über am Multer. And after that, she bent over Maishika's head, as if over the Grenze, the Iber am Multel, as if over a what?
Trough. A
Sorry,
trough.
a tuff?
A trough.
Oh, okay. Und mit demselben Kochlöffel genommen scheppen und Qual und waschen das zweite dicke Egel. And with the same cooking spoon, she took some water and washed his eye.
Can't you just, excuse me, can't you just feel it? I mean, when I read that, I am there having my eye washed out with this cool water on that hot summer day. I mean, it's so descriptive. I'm right there in that spring with her pouring the water over his eye. It's
Yeah, but I want to say something now that I'm reading it again. You know, then I'm really studying it. For me, I see Snow is giving this scene of motherly love, of Shere right after he described the motherly love of Hanele.
Yeah,
It's-
interesting, yeah.
It's right here he described how Hanele ran over to him and touched his head, and now and how moved he was by that. And so this is one scene, one mother's scene. Now is the scene with the other mother. It's just, you know, how he thought of all this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the contrast with the child in the one scene, the touch of the mother is so disturbing and upsetting to him. And the whole household is upset by this one touch on his red head. And here, the touch is so healing and so soothing. It's,
Gentle.
this is,
Yeah.
this is such a remarkable scene. I think
Yeah.
it is. The words are hard, but it's beautiful.
Ashep on Avash. Again, she takes some water and she rinses the eye. Bayet vida Vash. Zugewünschen und zugesungen. And with every wash, she benches him and she sings to him. Die stille Abwechslung hat sich angehört, ihr Gemurmel in der Frischkeit von Jeppe Tal. And with every wash and with every song, as in a still spoken, she murmured it with the freshness of the water from the Dnieper. Zu gesund und zu der Ruhe dich, Meischikele, to your health and to your recovery, Meischikele, zu gesund und lange Jahr, to your health and long life. Mit mir soll sein für dein Egele. It should be my eye, not yours. Wasserl, Wasserl, nimm weg das Blätter, Blätterl. Water, little water, take away the Blätterle,
The blister.
whatever, the blister. Und
The blister. The little blister.
Yes, I said that. Und schenk Meishikin a rein egele, and bestow on Meishika a clean eye. Dininke, Asheninke, Areninke, Asheninke, a clean and a beautiful eye. Steris ausgeklärt Lidele hat sich gegossen wie das Witschgele von der übergefüllte Trennete, und das Wasser ist Tage gewesen Kiel und Mechayedik. Stena, who was singing her made-up song as she and as she sang the made-up song, and as she was singing it, the water was overflowing from the waterfall. Und das Wasser ist Tage gewesen Kiel und Mechayedik, and the water was really cool and a pleasure. When Moshe
What is Richkele?
It's a little
This is
stream.
a stream.
yeah.
Richkele is a stream?
Yeah.
Und
Thank you.
Meishiken hat sich beemes genommen dachten, and Moshe really, truthfully thought as der Veitik in Leppel wird leichter und das Ego wird wichtiger. And Moshe really, truthfully thought that the Vedic, the soreness and Lepel became lighter in his eye became brighter.
I don't
No.
understand. In Lepel,
It's Lepel.
I always thought
Pimple.
meant here in der Veitik in Lepel wird leichter. Lepel, I always thought meant your earlobe, and the eye became lighter. I didn't know there was any reference to his having a problem with his ear. Or am I
No.
not?
No,
No, a lepel is the eyelid.
Ah, the lepel is, it's not the earlobe. Okay,
No.
there you go. I didn't know that word. Lepel is the
No.
eyelid.
Noch betzich Meischkele. I noch. More, pleaded Meischkele. More. Ausgewaschen das Egel, wie es gehört zu sein. The eye was washed the way it was supposed to be. Nemmt der Reis ein Tichel, and instead it takes out a clean tichel, fabric of
Cloth.
some kind, and handkerchief or something.
A cloth.
Okay, a cloth. Mund ein. Tunkt ein. She dips it in. Demitten in Qualwasser. She dips it into the water of the Qual. She squeezes it out und bindt Mäuschen das schwache Egel. And she ties it around his weak eye. Mit dem weißen Knippel in die Flamme dreite Kutscherave herrlich. With the white Knippel knot in his red flaming red curly hair. Danach lässt sie herab das mitgenommene Fläschel, and then she leaves the Fläschel, the bottle that she took with her, Eifendina von Qual, and she leaves it on the ground of the stream. Das Fläschel macht bak bak bull bull. Busy fills sich on until she fills it up. Das is zappets fa in the heim. That's for cleansing at home. Mit ein einzig freien Egel betrachtet sind Meischike dem Nayes Arum. With his one and only free eye, he looks around and he sees what's all around him. Als is dom Meuredig interessant. Everything is scary and interesting. Ibel del Heblia is over the Hereblia is übergewolft Heuke dicke Brickel after it was thrown a turned over breckel.
Over the dam is and there's that word, is a hoikerdik, is a hunchback. There's a little, a curved bridge.
Oh, okay, bridge. Welche führt zu der schwarze offene
Around
Tür.
it.
I'm sorry, what was that? Welche führt zu der schwarze offene Tür von Mill? Which led to the black open door of the mill. Unter dem dosigen Breckel sturm die Rebellie die in a Fusterfass rein. And under that bridge, that very bridge, the water of the Rebellie is storming in like a Pusterfass rein, like a Puster is an unowned
Empty.
Empty.
Pusterfass rein.
Wait, I
A
want to
barrel.
get this picture. I have to get this picture. Under the bridge, the water is stirring,
Storming.
like, okay, storming, as in as if it's flowing into an empty barrel. Is that it? So that's
Yeah.
the picture.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So the water.
Von der äußere fällt das Wasser from the äußere is a lake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fällt das Wasser in tiefen Dnieper. From the lake, the water falls into the deep Dnieper River. Zum Anheb, on to the beginning, die größte Stück greenlebe goals, like a great piece of greenlebe, a green goals.
A
What-
green
what-
bottle.
Wait.
Oh,
Agreed.
A bottle.
Oh, okay. Bottle glass. Okay, a bottle glass. Danach zu schützen.
Goals is another word for bottle. What's another word for bottle?
I don't hear you, Rachel.
Goals. What is goals?
Glass.
Goals. Goals is glass? It says goals. It doesn't say glows.
Glows.
Oh, it's glass.
I read goals.
I know, but
No,
in the
it
next
says
sentence, it says bottle glass. It was a printing error.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Danach zu schützen
You tell
das
the
in
truth.
weiße Pacherkes. And afterwards, it pours itself into a white, what is Pacherkes?
Pacherkes is
Little beads.
beads.
Oh,
It's
beads?
it's a scene of tremendous energy in this water.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what he's
Okay.
painting here, the way the water runs and the beads of the white beads, and it's
Milliasen, Pacherkes, tiny millions of beans, ganze Schnierlach und zerschotene wie Hagel, whole Schnierlach, whole pieces, I imagine, and zerschotene.
String?
What?
I think
Ich
Schnier
weiß
is
nicht.
a
I can't translate that sentence.
Vihogel, they are dispersed around like hail.
Like what?
Hogel I found in the dictionary is hail, Hail.
Okay.
But wait a minute,
Abyssal-
ganze, excuse me. It's too beautiful to pass. Ganze Schnierlach und zerschotene wie Hogel. Whole Schnierlach is a Schnierlach, a chain or
A
what is that
necklace,
word?
a necklace, a
Schnierlach
string,
und
a
zerschotene
necklace.
wie like
Yeah.
hail. So what is Schnierlach? Is it like these white beads are distributed in the water? They're like a necklace that has been opened and all the pearls are out? Is that the image?
Something
the
like
image?
that.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems to me,
No,
to me is like string of pearls. Am I right?
Yeah, that's what I think of. That I think
Okay.
when I picture this scene, it's like as though somebody opened a string of pearls and it was all over, like it was hailing, you know, like a marble.
Yeah, and it matches the image in the water. I can imagine that.
Right.
Like the,
Yeah, we can,
Hmm.
we're with them.
very beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Sehr
And
schön.
shouldn't be-
Ein bisschen tiefer zu klappen sich schon alle Patrickes in Staub und in Bläslech und in nasser Räuchigkeit. So a little deeper, they fall in, and all the beans. Well, anyway, you can just imagine what it is. And
No, just for a minute. Stoid is dust, yeah?
Dust.
It's
Yes.
dust. So a little deeper. Sie klappen sich schon all the beads in dust. Stoib is dust. And unbläslich, oh, okay, and then you can
And
go
bubbles.
on. And in bubbles, yeah, that we learned
And
before.
and
in,
in wet Räuchigkeit.
Yeah, a spray.
Okay.
You know,
So
like a
when
wet
it-
spray.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Und über dem allem zittert a Stickel Regenbogen. And over all of this, you see a rainbow.
Yeah.
Right, blue, green, gelb, red, blue, green, yellow. Die Wunder seinen Preis und der kindische Pachid nicht kleiner. The wonder is tremendous, big, and the childish fear is not smaller. Hat sich der
Beautiful.
Maischkele zugetullet zu Steres eingefallener Brust und mit tiefer Neugierigkeit verwundert das Spiel von Wasser, Licht und Keulis, in welchem die Farben brummen und die Geschreien leuchten. And because of this, Maishkala, don't move it, please. Just wait a minute. Maishkala got nearer to Sarah's fallen breast and with deep anxiety wondered about the play of the water, light and angry.
And sounds, kolos, isn't
And
it?
yes, light and with noise and with all the colors, brummen in the Steyen Leichen, and with all the colors running through all of the the sprays, it was an amazing thing to see. But he couldn't get over it. It was a wonder.
Okay,
Wow.
can we just look at
Yeah.
in welchen die Farben brummen und die Geschreien leuchten? And he looks at this wonder of sound and light.
And
And
well,
the-
and
in which
the colors,
brummen,
Bruman, they fall together, I think. The
Uh,
colors
that's
what
one
I
next
thought
to
is
the
to-
other.
brummen, I thought is to roar.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it's
maybe.
the color, it's as if the colors are making sound, they're buzzing this.
But look at the Farben brummen, the colors roar, and
Yeah,
the
oh yeah, okay,
cries.
yeah.
You
The-
see
and
how
the-
you wouldn't
and the
think
lights
that
This is the
sound.
opposite.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that that verb would go with that noun, right? You
Yeah,
would think,
he's changing it. The
Right.
colors are buzzing, are making sound, and the sounds are giving light.
light. It's
So
it's a switch.
which I think means that both the colors and the lights are very powerful, so that they're able to do what they cannot do, what they usually
Right. What the other one would do, that
Yeah.
the colors would give the light,
right.
and but instead he turns it around that way. You know, it's
Yeah,
a real, it's a Cecil B. DeMille scene with the colors and the lights and the rainbow and the something.
right. And then that it seems to Moshke that the pain is lighter. It doesn't say that it's the water that helps, but it seems to him that the pain is lighter. I think it seems to, because she attends to his eye with so much devotion, with so much warmth that he feels as if there was he said Kloimers. I don't have the line now, but it seems to him that the pain is better. That is to describe, to say how devoted Shere is to him, and he feels it. That's beyond the water, the coldness and the freshness of the water. Okay, my turn. Okay, in der Heuch auf dem Samme Heuker von Brickel, was führt zu der Mil, wächst euch a Schotten. We're gonna meet now Moishke's brother, half brother, in that area. So up there on the real
Like the curve, the
top.
the curve, right? Thank you.
the curve,
The
the
curve
top.
of the bridge, the bridge that leads to the mill. There is a shadow coming out. A schlanke Figur von a Bocher stellt sich dort weg und guckt. A slim figure of a young man is standing there and looks. Die Choliaves von seine Stechgolske von seine Stechgolske Stiefelach glanzen. His boots are shining. I found for Choliaves bootlegs. Yeah. Und die chutzpedike Augen zwischen die dunkle Bankboden glanzen euch. No, now there's a lot of glancing, you know, a lot of shining. Not only the boot shining, but the chutzpedike Augen that are shining between
The sideburns.
the
The
sideburns,
dark,
right?
the
Yeah.
dark sideburns.
The dark
Oh, oh.
sideburn, yeah, they also shine, but he continues describing him in a negative light all the time. Instead of describing, instead of saying anything bad about Java, this is amazing to me. Beigt darauf sein keilig dicken kurz geschorenem Kopf über der Parentje von Brickel und gibt plötzlich a Geschrei. He's bending his round shaven head above the banister. The Parentje is the banister of the bridge. The banister or handrail of the bridge, what you hold on to. Und gibt plötzlich a Geschrei, and he gives suddenly he shouts suddenly. Schreit über das Geräusch von der Rebellie. He is shouting, by shouting he's overcoming the sound of the dam. And this is what he's shouting. Hey, ihr, was tut ihr dort? Hey, you, what are you doing here? Schere und Moischkele beide zittern auf von einem plötzlichen oplacherischen Geschrei. Schere and Moischkele, they both are shaking from the sudden laughing shout. The shout is shouting laughingly, so they shaking from hearing that. Es fällt darauf wie ein Stein von Himmel. It's falling down like a stone from the sky. Macht Schere a Dechele über die Augen und haft a Kuck aruf. Schere is making like a roof above her eyes with her hand, and she's looking. She's looking down. Da kennt sie auf von Brickel Zave de Milners Ben Yochid. She recognizes on the bridge Zave, Zave's only son. Oicha Moishke. Oicha Moishke. Kein guten Nomen in Stott oder nicht, Zaves Tachshit. That goes on, the description. A good name it doesn't have in town. Wird sie der Fahr a Hornit in spoil for sein von sein Gelsken Eusen und schreit zu ihm auf. Dein Tatens Jerusha nehme ich dazu. So now she knows him, she knows who he is, she knows he's not, he doesn't have a good name. She's not impressed by his, that this was Gelskin, I found in the dictionary, dandy look.
Yeah, it was his
Appearance.
dandy, yeah, his
Yeah,
dandy.
and she's yelling at him. She's yelling down at him. I am taking away your father's inheritance. I'm taking a lot away from you here. See, this is the Dantan's Yerusha is a very common expression in Yiddish, I think. Afaza oisgav von Naidene hat sich weiß durch Zaves Bnok nicht gericht. Zave's son was not prepared for such an expression like this. Naintanos Yerusha. He wasn't ready for such for such an expression from a woman.
What is this Bnok?
I think I think that it's he's playing with the word Benok.
Yeah, no, but
Yes,
why?
it's a pejorative form
Yes.
of the word son, Ben.
Son, right.
Okay, thank you.
And you say a Benok, a Benok? Do you
Yeah,
see
I've
that?
never seen it. Yeah, I've never seen
Yeah.
it before. Yeah, but it's kind of clear because it comes from Ben.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is clear.
It's the-
he wasn't prepared
Yeah.
for that.
I think this ak, it's like a paskudniak.
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a similar
Yeah.
ending, which is pejorative. It has a very negative nuance to it.
thank
Uh-huh.
you. Warum geht der Wurf mit dem chutzpedigen Kopf wie von einer Speier weg? He's moving his his head, chutzpedigen head. As if he's a spy. English.
As if he spat to the side.
Yeah, from a
Thank you.
spit, from a spit.
Thank you. When I translate, the words in Hebrew come to me before English. So
That's fine.
So I need you English people. Dennoch skaliert er euch alle weiße Zähne und schreit darauf. Then he exposes all his white teeth and he's screaming. And this is terrible. Wenn man hat ihr dort die Ägelach gewaschen, whose eyes did you wash there? The mamzer Eieren, ha ha ha. You washing the eyes of your mamzer. That means he knows. Moshke knows that the other Moshke is a mamzer. The shiny vesen, the neighbors always know. And oh, okay. We saw.
Barednish.
Yeah. Now, zum ersten Mal im Leben, der hört Moisheke as a modern word. This is the first time in his life that Moisheke hears such a strange word. was meint that means him. He's being called that. He doesn't know what it is. Warum kein andere is done mit der Mame nito, because nobody else is here with his mother but he, so it must be him. Laut dem, wie bei Stern verkrimmt sich der obgenitze Wetter Ponin, der fehlt Moschke, als es ist gor amise Wort. A klepike Zunehmenisch. Now, Shere reacts to this. By her reaction, he knows that this is an ugly word. According to Shere's reaction, with a crooked face, she when she hears this, she grimaces with her used up with her used up face. He always talks about, he always makes her look so old. But she
Well,
grimaces.
for those times, she was old.
Yeah, she grimaces with her face. Yeah, right. So looking at her face, at her at a crooked face, now he feels that this is not a good word. This is an ugly word. A klepike Zunehmenisch. Zunehmenisch is a nickname. This is it is a sticky nickname. Eter gleichon zu knicken und zu ziehen Stern fahren Arbel. So he starts, knicken is whining, and he pulls Shere's sleeve. Come here, mama, ze, come.